In this book, The Entrepreneur Roller Coaster, Darren Hardy talks about an experience he had with a billionaire when he was interviewing him, and he asked him how that billionaire became so successful. By the way, if you don't know Darren Hardy is the publisher of Success Magazine and author of one of my all-time favorite books, Compound Effect. So definitely check out that book. So when Darren talked to the billionaire and asked him how he became so successful, the billionaire gave a shocking answer. He said, "Be a quitter." Now, what does that mean? Well, he said, when you start a business, you are going to do everything. You have the vision, you're leading the efforts, you're doing marketing, you're doing sales, you're doing product development, you're doing operations, you're doing accounting, you are sweeping the floor, you're taking out the trash, you're doing everything. But your job is to be a quitter. You need to get enough sales so that someone else can take out the trash. And then you get enough sales so that someone else can do the accounting. And then you get enough sales so that someone else can do operations. And then you get enough sales so that someone else can do product creation or fulfillment. And then you get enough sales so that someone else can do sales or marketing. And then, depending on the different stages of your business and depending on your kind of business, you will get through these stages differently, as in you'll hire different kinds of people at different stages. But the key advice here, what the billionaire is saying, is that you need to quit those roles rather than get stuck in those roles. Quit your roles as soon as you can until you are left with only one role, leading. The leadership is the only role that you're left with. So remember, you have to continuously figure out what is it that you're currently working on and how can you get someone else to do that role so you can step up and do the next level role. Whether it is the accounting part that you're currently doing, you need someone else to do, or maybe it's the operations, or maybe it's product creation, product fulfillment, maybe it's sales, maybe it's marketing. Different levels of business, different stages of business will require different things that you need to let go of. But your job is to continuously become a quitter. This is exactly how I have been building 2000 books. Initially, it was just me. I was doing everything. And then I hired a video guy, an audio person who helped with our video and podcasts and who helped with our websites and all those things. Then I hired a bookkeeper. Then when it came to writing, I hired one writer to convert our videos to blog posts and PDF summaries. Then I hired even more writers to help to use the highlights from my books that I had read to summarize those books. Then I hired more writers to summarize the books the way we do it at 2000 books. So it's been an incremental process, one step at a time. We've been growing the team, we've been hiring the people to help with different parts of the business. Then I hired a project manager, someone who manages all the different projects, who really overlooks all of our operations, and we're still hiring writers. Then I am currently, we hired copywriters, we hired marketers, and we're still hiring copywriters to help with that part of the business. So as you can see, this is strategic step-by-step building of the business, one step at a time. I'm trying to delegate these things. I'm becoming a quitter in some ways, if you want to call it that. My job is to get enough sales so that someone can do the operations, someone can do the product creation, someone can do the sales and marketing. And then, as I continue to step in the role, then I'm left with the role that is most important, which is to lead the company in the right direction. Of course, it doesn't happen in one fell swoop. It doesn't happen in one day, but over time, as you continue to look at business from this lens, that's the key difference. You have to start thinking like this as an entrepreneur, not just as someone who loves a specific part of the business, but you have to think of yourself as the entrepreneur who's going to continuously be a quitter, as in let other people do the things that you were initially doing. I always say the business that can afford to hire the most number of smart people will win. So the question is, will you build a business that can afford to hire more smart people, or will you build a business that's constrained by you? That's really important. You see, one of the keys here is to get the sequence right, as in hiring the right people at the right stage of your business. Now, if you need to evaluate which stage of business you are in, there's a great book that I've summarized in our entrepreneurship book summary pack, and you can click on this mind map right here. The book is Build a Business, Not a Job by David Finkel. And when you click over here, you will be able to see which level. You can really go through this video and evaluate which level are you currently at? Where are you in the different stages of business, so that you can focus your energy on that stage of your business? so that you can hire according to your strengths, your weaknesses, and the current stage of your business. Remember, wrong hires can kill your business. So you have to be very careful. You have to get the sequence right, and you have to hire according to what the business needs and what you need in order to move the business forward. A great book that talked about this and that really changed my mindset on this topic was Behind the Cloud by billionaire founder of Salesforce, Mark Benioff. He said hiring is as important as generating revenue. You can literally look at this mind map if you have the entrepreneurship book summary pack. You can check it out. Here he talks about hiring is as important as generating revenue. And he said, hiring is my number one job. When Benioff said hiring is his number one job, and that is as important, it is his number one most important role in the business, that's when I really figured out that I need to focus on hiring. That is the way I will grow the business. Another great book on this topic, Clockwork by Mike Michalowicz, where he explains hiring is the highest leverage work. Here, you can click onto the mind map on Clockwork and study this whole idea from Mike Michalowicz, how hiring is the highest leverage work that we should not run away from. Now, if you are building your online business, and if you want me to coach you to build your online business to $100,000 in revenue, I'm opening up enrollment for my 6-figure accelerator. You can check it out by going to 2000books.com/coaching. And in the accelerator, I'll teach you everything I know on how to make your first $100,000 in your online business. Whether you are a YouTuber, podcaster, blogger, anyone who's building an info product based business, whether you're trying to sell coaching or you're trying to sell an info product, this accelerator is for you. So if you are interested, check it out at 2000books.com/coaching. And if you are in the process of building your great business, make sure to remember you have to be a quitter, as Darren Hardy talks about in this book, The Entrepreneur's Roller Coaster.